I've never been so happy in my life as living there. Really, the happiest days of my life have been when I'm in the slums. When I get upset or when I get nervous or don't know what to do, then as soon as I take myself down to the slums and spend a day or 2 days or 3 days walking through the slums, talking to people, staying in my house in the slums, then everything comes back to normal again. I walk through the slums. I just walk through there 15 minutes or 20 minutes and I say, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be in hotels and big meetings and all of this. That's not what God wants. I am happiest and I do best and think best and work best in the slums. I'm completely at home there. I feel at ease. I'm accepted. And walking through the slums and talking to this person and that person, everything becomes real again. Everything becomes normal again. พ่อมีความหวังมากกับคนนี้ให้จบให้ได้มาเลยนะเดินเข้าแกเอาไปเอาแกขอพักอ่ะแกจะไปไถเนี่ยจะเบิกเงินค่าพาหนะพ่อแกมันจะเกิดใช่ป่ะแสงอรุณใช่ป่ะแสนสุขครับแสนสุข For me, they call me Luang Pa, or the Buddhist word for monk. And it's funny, I suppose, now that I'm getting older, 40, 41 today, they call me the Big Father, which means you're the abbot, the same as the abbot of the temple, which is a very great compliment. I walk through the slums. It used to be that they would say, oh, there goes the foreigner. And then the kids would say, no, he's not a foreigner, he's a monk, he's a priest. And then the other people would say, yes, but he's not a Thai, he's not Asian. And they say, that's true too, but he's not foreign either. So he's not Thai, he's not foreign, he's a monk. Which to me is a very great compliment because it takes you outside of the realm of politics and nationality, that you can transcend that you can stay out of that. See, slums is such a bad word because middle-class society and society in general have said that slums are bad places. And therefore the people who live in the slums also, they think they're bad places. And there's a certain inferiority complex. People from the outside who walk in then, of course, are afraid to walk into these areas because of what they have heard and read in the newspapers, which is a tremendous sin, and it's because it destroys what these people could be. The people are very kind. They share what they have. They will accept you into their homes. One of the slums we were in last week, they bought this house for 1,500 baht. It was an old house. That's $75. And somebody gave this old lady the money. She's 92 years old, and she has got 2 dresses. And they've got a mosquito net which has been patched a dozen times. She's got 1 teapot, and there's 1 pan with a lid to cook rice on. This is all she has. The roof is tin, and most of it is rusted away. The room is about 4 yards by 3 yards. For a toilet, they use the canal in back. That's what she has. And when we went into this lady's house, the first thing she wanted to do was to borrow some money and buy us a bottle of Pepsi. She didn't even have enough money for ice, for 2.5 cents worth of ice, because we were guests into her home. There's no doors. And so this is poverty, but this woman, she still has her dignity. She's not a woman to be pitied. She makes probably $1 a day. So we want to help this woman, but we want to help her without destroying her dignity. She's an elder. People come to her for advice. This woman she's Buddhist. She prays. She's kind. She believes in holy things. She has a shrine in her house. She tells her grandson that, of course, there's no strong language or evil language or any bad words to be uttered here because this is a holy place in the house. Thing I suppose I chastise myself for the most is not being closer to God, because I see over and over and over this happens and that happens, and this girl runs away, or that family breaks up, or there's this tragedy or that tragedy, and say, well, if I were a holier priest, then I would be able, then perhaps I could help carry some of this sorrow. I really believe this. This is the thing you say, what do you pray about at night or if you wake up? Well, this. And ask God to, tell God over and over that these are your people. Ask God to show special mercy and kindness upon these, because these are his sons and his daughters. And these are the people he died for. And sometimes even get angry and upset at God and say, but why do you let this happen? You know, I know that God in his mercy and his goodness, but couldn't you do something very special for these people? I don't know, I suppose that's my prayer.